Tahimik si si Quincy. Activation is alright. Huh? Um, Come on. Quincy. Hmm.
Price tags on making the world feel something. They don't have. You know how they say you don't miss something until it's gone? Thankfully, the wait is over. Because it's all back. Well, with a slight twist. It's the game you love, like we've never seen it before. 22 teams, all in one place, ready to make history.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the Well, all right, thanks, D.A. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Jordan is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Wall. Then there's Victor Oladipo. And it's Bagley in at the 5 down low. And for the Bucks, Andre Drummond is out there with Howard. Then there's Williamson. And it's Durant. And it's DeRozan in at the small forward position. Now here's Drummond. Kicks it to KD. Sinks the triple. KD's got the first 3 points tonight for the Bucks. What a surge it's been for the Bucks at the top of the Eastern Conference last year. 60 wins, the most since 1981.
Right, and much like those teams from the 80s, they fell short in the end.
Again.
And that's been the rub with the Bucks is, as you look back at so many years in a row, so close, couldn't do it. And then this last year against Toronto, they win the first two. Game 3's double OT. And then all of a sudden, a week later, their season's over. So they've never quite been able to get over the hump since the days of Lou Alcindor.
The nice thing is, though, this team is making the mandatory steps, it seems, that all these teams eventually have to make to get to where they want to go.
Right. They're trying to keep the team together that they succeeded with last year. Sometimes when you have success, you think that you should keep that success together, and that can be dangerous because really I felt like that team underachieved. They lost to a Toronto team that they had just performed better than during the season. So what's that last piece that you need? And I guess the last piece for Milwaukee now is can Giannis be the closer? We haven't seen it yet.
Here's KD. After the made shot from Victor Oladipo, KD passes to Williamson. Over Oladipo. That's good from Williamson on the assist from KD.
And Durant just great at picking apart the defense. When they leave one of his guys open, he is quick to get the ball to them.
Now here's Leonard. Shoots over DeRozan. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, Jordan is aggressive as a rebounder. He uses his massive body, athleticism, and long arms to wreak havoc on the glass.
Leonard against DeRozan. Pass to Williamson. Durant feeling it out a bit. Clock at 6. Williamson kicks to DeRozan. Knocked loose. Leonard with the steal. And now here comes Wall leading the break. A wide open look here for Oladipo. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. The Bucks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. The pass to Williamson. Here's DeRozan. 6 to shoot. A 15-footer. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. And it's Wall with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. They trail by 3. Bill, you look at the career path of Kevin Durant. Some guys want to be the man. Other guys want to be a significant part of a bigger picture. He can play a lot of different roles. And he's so good. That's what makes him so, compelling.
Right. He is a guy that can fit into any system and figure out what to do. And I think that's really rare talent. I actually think Larry Bird and Magic Johnson were like that. And I'd be willing to... LeBron is, in my opinion, one of the 3 best players ever. LeBron, you always kind of have to fit into what he's good at. All the teammates that he's had, he's like certain types of guys. Durant is somebody that just loves being part of a bigger team. It doesn't care if he shoots 28 times. Doesn't really want to.
He's so confident in his
wants
own...
to pass.
Yeah.
He's an elite passer, and he's just good at everything. And I don't think he gets enough credit for that. You look at like your 2K rating. What would be a bad part of his 2K rating? He's good at everything.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively. I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
The Nuggets trail by 8. Outside Leonard. Now here's Oladipo. Back to Leonard from deep. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
And the dunk by DeRozan.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard. And in the post, Wall's got a pretty well-developed game for a point guard. He can navigate his way through the big bodies with very few problems.
And KD throws it down.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Bill, you study pop culture. The 2K Esports League is a phenomenon right now, which is sweeping the country. Do you think that's going to alter the perception of gaming in any way?
Yeah, I would say it has one of the best chances of any esports league to succeed because people just love basketball. And you can feel it there in the off season. the shift in basketball content and the fact that it's now a 12-month-a-year sport for us, and now it goes from the playoffs to the draft to where people going in free agency, and then that plays out for a month, and then something else will happen. All of a sudden it's August.
Summer leagues are
summer
coming up,
leagues
yeah.
happening, and then all of a sudden the season's close, and then you just kind of recycle, and it's a 12-month-a-year sport.
Right. Here's Katie following the basket by John Wall. Here is Howard. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Now Oladipo. The kick out to Wall. The three-pointer, no good. Bill, I wanted to go back to what you were talking about with the 2K League, and you mentioned how basketball has grown into essentially a 12-month-a-year sport.
For me, a 2K Esports League just makes sense. It fits into that. I think people love the players. I think they care about these athletes. In basketball, so much more than the other sports. And for me, it's really gratifying because I've loved basketball my whole life. And for a while there, when I grew up as a kid, they were tape delaying the finals, and it was like the second-tier league. And now to see how popular it is and how much people love it, it's just, I feel like I was in early. I'm sure you do too.
Absolutely. I mean, when Magic Johnson is a rookie and starting at center in Game 6 in Philadelphia, yes.
And it was tape delayed.
And it was tape delayed.
My beloved Boston Celtics won the 1981 title, and it was on tape delay in Boston, and I went to bed, and my dad woke me up to watch the game for me, and this is not even 40 years ago. So I think the other thing that really helps with the 2K Esports League is that these guys play 2K, the actual players.
Right.
They
care about it.
They care about it. They have an incredible amount of time on their hands because they're too famous and they can't go anywhere. So they're in hotel suites. They're bringing with the PlayStation or Xbox with them. They're playing their friends. They're playing each other online, and this is what they're doing all day.
Here's KD. He can't get it to go. Great D that time from Jordan. To the inside. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Oladipo. Leonard's got 5 now.
Very aggressive in terms of looking for his shot. 9 attempts already, but only able to knock down 2.
And KD throws it down.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Here's Wall after the basket by Milwaukee.
At the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
KD passes to Drummond. Jordan with some nice D.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And Bill, you can only imagine the excitement of the 2K players with now a chance to pick Zion Williamson.
Has there ever been a more fun player in NBA 2K than Zion?
Well, I mean,
just try to throw him alley-oops over and over again.
His feet will be where people's heads are, right? That's how high they're going to get him when he goes up to a goal.
Well, when the other NBA players pick a guy in another team to play, he's got to be like the number 1 choice ever for this.
Yeah.
Where you have like guys in the Warriors and the Knicks, and they don't care. They just say, I'm playing Zion.
Right. But who wouldn't?
Yeah.
He's had fun.
Good luck, Zion.
Yeah.
Good luck, 2K Zion, too. Don't get hurt.
Here's KD following the basket by John Wall. And Drummond throws it down.
And I like the timing, Kevin, that Drummond has on these alley-oops. That's not as easy as he makes it look. He knows precisely when to leave the ground to receive the pass and finish it off.
Denver calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Howard. Randall comes in for Andre Drummond. And it's checked in for Williamson. And it's Fox in for DeMar DeRozan. Here's Fox, following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Here's KD, and KD throws it down.
Boy, excellent recognition from Fox there, Kevin. Outstanding at recognizing when his guys are open.
Mitchell outside. It's to Porzingis. high, arcing shot, and it's Mitchell missing.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Durant, and it's Denver with the rebound. Mitchell passes to Morant, and he gets the bucket.
And how about the body control? Morant, even when under duress, stays calm, cool, and collected.
Now, here's Fox. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Randall against Turner. Randall dishes to KD. That doesn't go either for Durant. The Nuggets trail by 7. And here's Morant. Passes to Porzingis. Fades away, and he gets it to go.
And, you know, you look at Porzingis, he's got his shot on automatic. Not much wasted motion in that stroke.
50 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. That one wide left. Nuggets shooting it well so far today, guys. They've connected on 48% of their shots. And it's Mitchell missing. A chance at a 2 for 1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Barrett. The shot will not fall. And the Nuggets going the other way. Here's Morant. Good work defensively by Fox. Looking at the last game for Milwaukee, it was a loss to the Boston Celtics. He kicks it to KD. 12 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Pass to Barrett. Dishes it to KD. Stolen by Mitchell. With 1 on the clock. The shot that time not on target. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Milwaukee Bucks. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And in 2018, DeMar DeRozan opened up about his battles with depression, hoping to have a positive impact on others.
A lot of people saying that.
Yep, you love the honesty and the bravery to step forward and tell his emotional story.
Yeah, he opened a dialogue. Kevin Love following his lead to talk about anxiety. Athletes as public figures can have a broader impact than just entertaining. And we see it over and over again.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
So out there for the Nuggets right now, we've got Morant. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Miles Turner. And there's Porzingis. And it's Mitchell in at the 2-guard spot. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe, he's going to cash in more than not.
You've been producing documentaries, going deeper into athlete stories, which I know you love, because I think you're curious more than anything else.
Yeah.
So what drew you to that process?
Initially, it was we dove into these stories. We thought that was the inefficiency of, instead of these big, broad type of documentaries, concentrate on events and players and moments and things like that. And I think as you get into that and you start doing it, it just becomes intoxicating. And the cool thing about it is no story should be told the same way you would tell somebody else's story. You just don't know. You got to figure it out. Like we had Steve Nash his last Lakers season. He wanted to do a documentary about it. And then we spitballed it, and we decided it was actually a better idea to do an in-the-moment digital series about it that you could experience in real time with the thing. And it was the right idea, and that was really good. I think trying to figure out what story clicks the best with an athlete, how to tell whatever story they have correctly is the coolest part of it.
And the the pass to Barrett. A pass to Fox. Porzingis with the block.
Boy, Porzingis doing a nice job staying in position and then using his reach to block shots.
Bucks leading by 3. Outside, Fox. Pass to Capella. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 3 assists now in this one.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Bucks have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Capella with it. Over Mitchell. But he recovers it. Tipped away. Tries again. Trying to get open is Randall. Rebounded by Donovan Mitchell. The Nuggets trail by 3. Pass to Porzingis. Shoots over Oubre. Porzingis can't hit.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Seen a handful of players land the Supermax contract bill. By and large, how do you see those deals working out?
It's tough. Nobody's really been happy with it yet. You know, it's so much money and it's such a big part of somebody's salary cap, and you're just kind of handicapped with it. And we've seen John Wall was the worst case scenario of it, but the situation Charlotte was in with Kemba Walker, where he makes the All-NBA team and now his Supermax is $240 million instead of 180. Like, that's crazy. And in a salary cap league, to pay $50 million a year from somebody is just nuts. It compromises the ceiling of the team. So the Bucks are going to be in this position with Giannis, where he's making $55 million a year and the cap's 120. How are you going to put a good team around?
You can't maneuver.
You can't. So I would put a wrinkle in there that I would make the Supermax, whatever, pay the player whatever the number is, but it only counts for like 32 million or something. Make it so that it's not
A
prohibitive.
percentage of the total cap.
Yeah, make his cap figure is 32. Even if you're paying him 55, and then that way people could compete better.
Fox never afraid to take it right at the defense on the drive. Excellent display of speed there.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Bucks?
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Drummond's checked in for Capella. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Randall. And Williamson subbed in for Barrett.
Yeah, you know, John Wall is so masterful as a floor general. He's a real maestro out there, terrific at finding the open guy on time and on target.
And Bill, we've seen more and more teams base their offenses around three-point shooters. Threes are at an all-time high. That was a strong dunk.
Already such a well-coordinated athlete for his size and age. Williamson bringing down the house.
And Oladipo kicks to Bagley. DeRozan against Leonard. Oladipo for 3. Rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Inside. Over in the corner, Williamson. And that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That is his first foul of the game. Howard's checked in for Milwaukee. And so it's Bagley with it. He brings it up for Denver. 7-point differential. Now here's Leonard. He has 5. Back to Wall. The tray. Milwaukee with the rebound. Drummond's got his 5th rebound in this one. Hooked away. Jordan with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. To the middle. From 11 feet away, it's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Guys, you remember when DeMar DeRozan first came into the league? He was just really a raw athlete. Now he's a finely tuned offensive juggernaut.
Oladipo outside. Milwaukee with the rebound. Outside, Fox. They get it back. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And the D had no answer for that move. Beautifully done. Easy layup.
DeRozan surveying the D. Here's Drummond. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. Drummond's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
DeRozan sizing up the situation and making the right read. That's basketball savvy. We call that hoops sense.
Now the pass to Oladipo. Back to Bagley. Pops it up for Jordan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the paint. Here's Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
How about the vertical from Fox? Going it down with authority. Go get it, young fella.
Wall against Fox. Now here's Wall. Defense right on him. Good work defensively by Fox.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Denver calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Durant's checked in for Dwight Howard. Bill defenders are doing a better job of challenging the shooter from the side so they don't foul and don't step into that landing space when he comes down from shooting.
Yeah, I don't like the landing space. And all that stuff. Like,
But what would you call
load management. We have all these phrases now. It's like, how do these phrases come in my life?
Load management is interesting.
Load management's the worst. Where did that start?
I don't know.
Can we just play basketball?
Just rest.
What's the thing they call when the guy travels, but they say it's not? It's like he's gathering the ball. What's another one? Start saying that. I never said gathering the ball in my life until 2 years ago. Enough with the weird phrases.
Yeah. Here's Wall. Count that one. Wall's got 8.
And just the overall aggressiveness. Wall enjoys taking on a challenge and succeeding, especially when the D is all over.
Here's Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
Fox against Wall. Here's Leonard. Bagley trying to free himself up. Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks' lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Kawhi Leonard. It's DeRozan with the drive. That's a miss. It's miss number 2 in shots from the floor. Denver's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here is Wall. 8 points for him. Jordan. The kick out to Oladipo. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 4 assists now tonight.
Seems to get better every year from outside. Oladipo feeling comfortable pulling the trigger.
With the teardrop, and there's the nice layup by Fox. He's got 10.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
The Nuggets trail by 11. Wall with the bounce pass. Leonard inside, defended by Durant. against Fox. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on to Aaron Fox.
Hard not to appreciate the brilliance of Wall. I mean, a super fast, quick player, a guy who runs the offense exceedingly well.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Capella's checked in.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. And we know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
And here's a look at some numbers for Kevin Durant. Last season, he played outstanding. Last season put up about 26 points a game, 6 assists, and 6 rebounds. And he was their top scorer throughout last season.
Well, his teammates knew whenever they really needed a basket, just look his way.
Mitchell, he's checked in for Oladipo. Phil, we so appreciate you stopping by, spending some time with us. Always feels like there's so much more to talk about, which means we got to get you back here, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
We'll look forward to that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And Clark, you know what? Bill will always give you a great point of view.
And you know what? I think he needs his own barbershop talk show, Kevin. I mean, he's done everything else in media. Go barbershop on him, Bill.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Drummond passes to DeRozan. Bucks passing it around. Here's KD. Out left to the wing. Here's Williamson. Rebound by John Wall. The Nuggets trail by 7. Lobs it up for Jordan. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan now. Throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Williamson, the pass to Capella. The dish to Williamson. Rebound by the Nuggets. Bagley's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The high post shot. And no good on the last second attempt this time.
You know, DeRozan has to put so much into the...
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the 3rd quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He ended up with 15 points, 5 assists,
and we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Well, he was putting on a passing clinic in that first half, set up a lot of their mates.
And you know, that's what delights him most. That's what he takes most pride in. He loves being the chief facilitator.
Howard is out there with Andre Drummond. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's Williamson. And it's KD in at the point guard position. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Lets it go from deep. Traps in the tray. Durant's got 18 points in the game. Analytics, Clark, are such a major factor for coaching staffs and scouting staffs, and plenty of micro-analysis to go around. But some statistics can actually be a little bit misleading, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin, and you can torture the numbers to say whatever you want them to say, so you have to be careful. I think there's a great place for analytics in the game. It's very useful in some areas, but you have to balance it. There has to be a blend there. Take, for instance, shot blocking. Just because you don't block a shot, that sometimes can dismiss what changing shots do to a team's defense or for a team's defense. The number of threes being taken. Effective field goal percentage is more important than raw field goal percentage because of threes.
Here in this 3rd quarter, just over a minute play. And Wall. Here we go now. Let's take a look at the players who were the best on the glass a season ago. Number 1, Andre Drummond. DeAndre Jordan, 3rd.
But these guys are always around the hoop, always with a nose for the ball. A dominant season inside for both.
Second free throw, no good. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's foul number 2 for him. It's stolen by Wall.
Well, that was a superb read defensively. He jumped right into the passing lane the instant the ball left the passer's hand.
And how about John Wall? Just outstanding at sprinting down the floor and just jumping all over the defense.
Poked loose. Pass to Williamson. Lobbed up there for Drummond. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleep.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
Oladipo for three. It's rebounded by Durant. Durant's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
The Nuggets trail by 5. Oladipo outside. Passes it to Leonard. Jordan kicks to Oladipo. Pass to Leonard. Shot clock at 5. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. Leonard's got 16 points.
Boy, that's outstanding court awareness from Oladipo. Head up and found the open man.
And they double up DeRozan. Outside, KD. And there's the pass to Drummond. DeRozan against Leonard. He tries for 3. And no good that time. And Denver the other way now.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority. And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Yeah, a nightmare to defend in space. Williamson showing elite acceleration with the ball in his hands.
Kicks it to Durant. Pass to Drummond. The shot. Here's Howard, and Howard with the stuff.
Such a great rebounder. Athleticism and length. Dwight Howard knows how to use those gifts that he possesses.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
And he's in a complete groove right now. I don't think they can stop him altogether, but they at least need to make him work a little harder than he has been.
A different look for Milwaukee. Julius Randle's checked in for Andre Drummond. Oubre comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And Barrett subbed in for Williamson. Big group substitution here for Denver. Porzingis is checked in for Bagley. Miles Turner comes in for DeAndre Jordan. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morant in for John Wall.
Boy, you look at how tall Porzingis is. He's 7'3", and you add in his skill level, that's a unique combination. No wonder they call him the unicorn. He is unique.
And Clark, the advantage of height, well known in basketball, but some have wondered if Porzingis is almost too tall.
Well, you know, there's a concern because he's had a significant injury early in his career, and his frame is really long, which makes you a little more susceptible to injuries. But I think KP has worked diligently to add strength and improve his body. Only time will tell if he's able to stand up to a long, productive NBA career.
Now Howard. Here's Barrett trying to get open as Randle. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Kuzma passes to Morant. And Durant sends it back.
And Durant isn't just a powerhouse on offense. He also has a great sense of timing for when to block shots.
Passes it to Randle. Over Morant. Drilled from 11 feet out. And the Bucks lead by 6. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Bucks.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Hands it from downtown.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those three-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
The Nuggets trail by 3. It's Oladipo on the wing. He kicks it to Morant. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
The Bucks making a switch here. Fox is checked in, and Denver also making a switch. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Victor Oladipo. Bucks leading by 3. Fox with it. He's picked up by Morant. Morant comes with the double team. And finished off by Oubre.
Fox is a willing passer, always looking to find his teammates.
The Nuggets have gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far. Just above 50%. Kuzma outside. Here's Mitchell. Again, Mitchell missing.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contribution.
Back to Randle, and Randle throws it down.
You know, once he has the positioning he wants, he's ready for the big finish. Julius Randle throwing it down.
Morant dishes to Turner. Kuzma outside. Mitchell looking it over. Pass to Turner. Baseline J on the way. The rebound by the Bucks. Durant's got his 5th rebound in this one. Feeds to Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Outside Turner. And it's sent back by PD. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Durant. Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Bucks. And a switcher also for Denver. Leonard, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Here's Mitchell, just 5 on the clock. No good on the quick 3.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
A floater, up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Bucks lead by 11.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
As you're watching a game unfold, what characteristics do you look for in a great closer?
Obviously, confidence, a real eagerness to make difference-making plays late, and somebody who can create his own shot if a play breaks down. I mean, that's essential.
Durant's checked in for Milwaukee. Here's Capella, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And, you know, you look at the way Clint Capella's offensive role has expanded the last few years. He's great in the pick and roll as an option at the top of the key, and he's actually seeing more and more touches as a finisher at the rim. The next step in his development being a back-to-the-basket scorer.
Denver passing it around. Outside, Porzingis. Shoots over Oubre. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And with Capella, Clark, the numbers don't lie. He is a big factor on offense now.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I mean, his hands have gotten better. That's not something you can always see in a big guy, is improvement in his hands, but he's gotten better in catching and finishing. I love the way he moves and is always ready for the pass. He catches some tough stuff in traffic, and he gives you all of this at the offensive end with high-level defense, too.
Barrett kicks to Oubre. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Oubre's got 4 this quarter. The Nuggets trail by 13. Here's Morant. He's got 8, sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
Well, you can't allow Porzingis to get this positioning, guys. I mean, he's too big and skilled, and he showed it there.
1:56 left to play here in the third. Here's Capella. That shot off. Now Denver takes it the other way. Leonard attacking, and he drops in the way up off the glass. Leonard's got 9 points here in the second half.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
Let's take a look at last year's leading shot blockers. You don't want one of these guys in front of you when you're coming down the lane. Number 1, Miles Turner.
It happened so often. I'd say to myself, there's no way he can get to that shot, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, and it go down as another block.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Andre Drummond's checked in for Randall. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Oubre. And Williamson subbed in for Barrett. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And maybe the most popular player to enter the league since social media became truly pervasive. Zion Williamson handles it with class. He really appreciates his teammates and his coaches and really respects the game.
John Wall's checked in for the Nuggets. And talking to stars in this league, even they want to see what Williamson's going to do next.
Sure. We talk about the leaping ability at his size, the handles, the shot making. But what really stands out when you watch him live, the instincts. Being at the right place at the right time and always seeming to make the right play.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Bagley's checked in. Wall passes to Mitchell. Bagley with the ball. And it's sent back by Drummond.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in.
For 3, Durant. They get it again. A second chance effort. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Selected 9th overall in the 2012 draft, Drummond's carved out a nice NBA career for himself.
DeRozan against Leonard. Back to Mitchell for 3. Good on the triple. Mitchell's got 9 points.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Williamson with it. No good with the layup. The third quarter comes to a close. Bucks ahead. They're up by 6. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter, what is still anybody's ballgame. So on the floor for Denver, Kawhi Leonard is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Bagley, then it's Wall, and it's Mitchell in at the 2. Off the inbound pass.
He's just so mobile for his size. That's a big part of the value Jordan has at the defensive end. When he's on you, he's too hard to shake, and he had an impact on that shot for sure. Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher. Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from him.
And Wall kicks to Mitchell. There's the pass to Leonard. Bagley trying to free himself up, and it's Leonard missing.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
And it's Drummond missing.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
And there's Jordan putting it right back in. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Up top, DeRozan. He's covered by Leonard. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
It's common to see wing players improve their perimeter shooting in the league, but DeMar DeRozan's most striking growth has been his ball handling and playmaking. He's been dynamic with the ball in his hands.
Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for Mitchell.
How about this, fellas? I mean, DeRozan's aerial skills, his bounce, obvious from a very young age. His first dunk came when he was in the 6th grade, and he won the dunk contest at the high school All-American game. Major bounce.
It's Oladipo on the wing. Hits it from three-point range. And Greg DeRozan watching a ton of films of guys like Andre Miller and Sam Cassell operating in the pick and roll.
Not only that, Kevin, to strengthen his left hand, he uses it for daily activities like writing, leaving no stone unturned to become an expert initiator.
Dwight Howard's checked in for Capella. Oladipo outside. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Oladipo outside. Shot clock at 6. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And so he hits the technical free throw.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
Wall against KD. Wall wide open. And it's all evened up.
You know, Wall's done a nice job, in my opinion, of improving his mechanics with his shot. It's not quite a pure release, but much, much better than it was a couple of seasons ago. And he's really become effective from the mid-range area.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Leonard, that's for 2. Milwaukee with the rebound. Outside Durant. Over Oladipo. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Offensive rebound. And at last, they get one to fall. And the Bucks lead by 4. And so it's Wall. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Wall draws the double. Here's Oladipo. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake. The Bucks have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. And it's slammed in by Howard.
Great reach that time by Howard. He went way upstairs to throw that one down. Can pretty much get any pass that's around the goal.
Wall draws the double. Jordan the pass to Oladipo. Over Williamson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Zion Williamson.
And you hear it all the time about how they say reaching the top can be the easy part. It's the staying there that's the true challenge. And Victor Oladipo achieved stardom, but has to make his way back after his knee injury in early 2019.
Williamson kicks to Durant. 5 to shoot. Pass to Williamson. Fires the 3. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got his 7th assist here tonight.
The confidence evident. Zion, no problem rising and firing away. That's a sign of a true leader.
Back to Wall. Wall draws the double. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Now here's Durant. Six on the shot clock. Bagley with the rebound. And Oladipo had already dealt with soreness in that right knee. You talked about that. Missing about a month earlier in the season.
And some suggested he came back too soon. Hindsight always 20/20, and players want to be out there to help win games. Sometimes teams have to protect them from themselves.
The feed to Bagley. Count it. Good.
Got to push Bagley out of the paint. Once he's close to the rim, he is locked in on scoring.
Williamson, the pass to Drummond. Howard. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his six taken on the floor.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And Leonard enjoys jamming it home, Kevin. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
Oladipo against DeRozan. Add basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And that's now 20 points for Wall.
I'll tell you, when Wall is scoring like this, it's special to watch. A spectacular, explosive performance.
Mar DeRozan on the wing. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And the Bucks lead by 7.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Jordan, high post. He feeds it to Oladipo. Outside, Wall. He's looking for Leonard and finds it. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That's on Dwight Howard.
Nice job hitting him right in stride. Excellent play.
You know, when he was in high school in California, Kawhi won the state's Mr. Basketball Award. And you look at the list of guys who won that award over the years, it has a lot of the all-time greats on it.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Kevin Durant.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight. Because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to listen to what Mike Budenholzer told his team during that timeout. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
Thank you, David. Oladipo outside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Andre Drummond picks one up.
When you talk about outstanding athletes in the NBA, Victor Oladipo is on that list. Even if he's only 90%, this guy is explosive, actually more explosive than most.
And you think about trying to come back from that big knee injury, a lot riding on Oladipo's recovery.
Well, a big part of his recovery and coming back effectively is sports medicine has come a long, long way, Kevin. He won the 2018 Most Improved Award. They stopped doing the Comeback Player of the Year, but you know, he's looking for that kind of return this season.
Back to Bagley, shoots the 3, gets the three-pointer to fall. Bagley's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And what's interesting about Bagley, I mean, he has solid form as a shooter. The results from distance, though, have been inconsistent. Oh, yeah, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me.
Treated the rim like it stole something from him.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
He misses the free throw.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line.
Howard with it, picked up by Bagley. Howard kicks to DeRozan. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. Howard's got 3 assists now in this one.
Boy, you got to be in awe of what he's doing this quarter, actually destroying the opponent.
And Wall. Here we go now. And the slam dunk by Wall.
Tell you one thing, it's a bonus to have a guard who can flush it like that. I mean, Wall gets up high on these jams.
Here's KD. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Marvin Bagley picks one up. That's good from Durant. And KD drops them both.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Passes it to Oladipo. And again, it's Denver.
Outstanding concentration from the versatile scoring guard. Victor Oladipo, big in a big spot.
And it's Drummond with the jam.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision excellent.
Leonard against DeRozan. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Durant, no good. The Nuggets trail by 6. Down low, Leonard draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
This is what makes him special, his ability to come through in these spots.
Ball's knocked loose. Pass to Oladipo. And another assist for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Wall against Durant. Here's Drummond, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
And really, if not for the miss, they'd be sitting in a much better position. No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take it there.
Now here's Williamson. Guarded by Oladipo. The pass to Drummond. Reverses. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Gets the first, that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here, so now it's a 4-point ballgame.
And those free throws will mean a ton now. It makes it a 2-possession game.
1:04 left in the fourth quarter. The shot's good. 36 points for Leonard.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Williamson kicks to DeRozan. Pass to KD. Over Oladipo, and it falls over the rim and in. 32 points for Kevin Durant.
And just look at what Durant is doing. My goodness.
Denver calls timeout. They trail by 4. There's 39 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Back to Oladipo. That one doesn't go.
You know, even though it's a point-blank range shot, that's not an easy one, especially when the defense is that tight.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5.
And the expectations for Williamson are sky high. A superb athlete whose skill set and drive to be great is off the charts.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They're down by 6. 27 seconds left in the fourth. Bagley finds Wall. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Over Durant. Misses off the right iron. And an intentional foul right there.
That's his second personal foul. Teams as a penalty. Shooting for Milwaukee, Andre Drummond. At the line for 2.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. That's off as well, so he misses both. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Denver. They trail by 6. Oladipo for 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. They've led by as many as 14 points. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
And you can see that Durant has an incredible drive. He wants to be an all-time legend when it's all said and done.
Here's Tucker. So it's Milwaukee picking up the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it.